Hello again. Thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness. I'm Laura, and today we are going to just sit and stretch. So this is going to be some stretching that you can do at the end of any workout that you do on the floor, or any workout that you do. Let's say we just finished a big cardio workout or a muscle workout in particular. We have a seat here and work on stretching everything out. So we are going to work our whole body, but primarily focused on the stretches. So make sure to check the links in the description below. Let me know which of these stretches was your favorite. Which one did you need the most today? Let me know in the comments. And we're actually going to just begin. Again, this is a stretch that we use after another workout. So let's imagine that we need to bring our heart rate down. We might need to just relax our muscles. So find a seat that's comfortable for you, easy seat with both legs crossed. You can keep both legs straight or go somewhere in between like I'm doing. Just find whatever feels right for now. We do want to be on our sit bones, lengthening our head up tall, keeping our spine long, and just breathing however we need to. If you are using this after a workout, continue to breathe through your mouth. And for those of you all who are using this just as a stretch session, we are going to have a little warm up. But if you're using this after a workout session, it'll be a cool down. So let's just begin here, undulating our spine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, rolling. And just feeling this from our tailbone out through the crown of our head. And let's take both of our legs out forward, and we're going to come forward. And then we're going to inhale, pulling in and up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale in and up, nice and tall. Exhale, forward. Again, breathing through our mouth. And we're using this as a cool down. Full core cool down. Let's take it wide. Moving side to side. So if we've worked our whole body, we're going to stretch our whole body. And if this is just your stretchy time, you're still going to work your whole body. If you haven't done it yet, you're about to. So let's do a little core here. Circle from one knee to the other. Inhale up, exhale around. We're going to pause on this inhale, and then we'll switch directions with our exhales. Now let's come back to the center, and we're going to inhale up, exhale, one hand in front, one behind. Inhale nice and long, exhale and twist. One more on each side. And let's come back to the center. And again, easy seat if that's what's comfortable for you. Any variation. So let's begin. We're going to work from head to toe. So let's begin here, dropping our head forward. And we can interlace our hands and just gently place them on our head. Don't pull, just rest. And this is going to lengthen the back of our neck. If you did a lot of upper body work, let's lift up. Now we're going to let our head rest in our hands, opening up the front of our head and neck. We can even take our jaw up and down. And come back to the center, dropping one ear. So again, if we've done a lot of shoulder and upper body work, we're probably going to be tense at our neck. If we get stressed a lot out in traffic, we tend to go a lot. So this is a good one to stretch out, draw the shoulders down. And we're going to look at another way we can enhance that movement by lifting up, pushing our other hand into the floor. So that pushes things down while we drop our head. Be very active here. Pushing the other hand into the floor. Now let's lift up tall, elbows wide, pressing our elbows back, stretching out our chest. This is a nice one to do in a doorway, putting an elbow on each door or frame of the door, and then walking forward as far as you can, giving yourself a little more leverage in this stretch. We're going to look at some other ways to leverage it here in a moment. Breathing deeply. And now we're going to give ourselves a big hug. The goal here is to pull our shoulder blades apart. So this time as we inhale, let's think about our shoulder blades separating. And we're going to take the top arm up. We can press from here, we can reach around from behind and draw on that tricep. Whichever way feels right. And let's release from here. So we can take our elbows back again, or this time we can reach our hands back and press and open. Again, let's breathe into the front of our chest, feeling our heart open with each inhale. And remember, we can do this reaching back and holding or pressing our elbows back. Inhale, open. And then we're going to take the other arm on top, giving ourselves that big hug. And again, inhale, open the shoulder blades, separate them. Take some time to feel this. Taking our top arm and pressing up, or coming from behind. And let's release from there, moving on to our core. We're going to take our legs out forward and come forward. So we should be feeling this up down our calves, hamstrings, backs of our thighs, and tucking our chin, rolling our shoulders forward, feeling this along our back. So we should feel this from our tailbone to the crown of our head. And then we're going to lift up, bring one foot in. This time we're going to keep our spine long, back not rounding. We want to keep it all nice and long. So we're going to let our belly go first, then our chest. And only as far as we can with our back still straight. So again, don't round, keep it straight. And we'll be feeling this more now down into those hamstrings. If you want to, flex your foot and get a little more down into the calves. And feel free to pause and stay here as long as you want to. For flexibility improvement, we want to try to hold these for 30 seconds to maybe 60 seconds or even longer. So if you want to work on that, hit pause and stay there a bit more. Otherwise, when you're ready, we're going to switch sides. And again, I'm going to have to leave this leg out for now. Now let's focus on going over this leg. Still recovering from that injury to my foot. So modifying it as I need to. But I'm still feeling this leg mostly. Whew. It's gotten sore from being the one doing most of the work lately. So I kind of need this. Whew. I might actually stay here for 60 seconds today. Flexing the foot. Oh yeah. Whew. Limping takes its toll. But let's go ahead and move on for those of you who are crunched for time. So we've worked the back side of our leg, we've hit our core. Let's go out wide, and we're going to kind of stick with that theme. Let's go forward first. Again, nice long spine. This way we're feeling inner thighs. And we want to work on keeping our feet or toes pointing to the ceiling. So they start to roll in. Just remember to pull them back, and you can always lift back up a little bit. So if you come so far forward that they start to roll, come back to where they're up. I sometimes even like to go ahead and hold them there, and that helps me leverage a little bit further forward, feeling this in the groin area. And again, you can hold this as long as you want to help improve flexibility for yourself. This helps with our hip mobility. The more we spend time doing the exercises we're doing now. Let's reach up, push this sit bone into the floor, and we're going to reach up first, slide over. So hopefully we're feeling a stretch all through the side of our body here. We can enhance this by going over. The further we are towards that leg, the more we're going to feel the hamstring of that leg. And each of us is just kind of feeling our own place here. As long as we can breathe, get a nice deep breath, we're okay. Let's take this up, push this sit bone into the floor, reach, and you can get a good enough stretch right here, just reaching for the ceiling. If we are being active here, we're getting a nice stretch here across that hip, obliques, outside of our shoulder, a little bit of our arm. As long as we're breathing. So let's come back up and bring our legs together. So we're going to see about getting the front of our thighs. So what we're going to do is our mermaid stretch. So let's bring two legs over to one side, and we're going to see about either taking hold of the foot or ankle, leaning over a little bit and drawing this foot back further, or you can just let that leg, I'll flip over. You can let that leg rest on the floor and just push it back if that's where you are today. Think about pushing your hip forward, whichever way you're doing this. Either way, that knee is coming back, hip forward. Now let's bring that back together. Stay a little staggered here. Now let's do a little twist. See if you can look all the way over your back. Okay, let's take this to the other side. And again, you can reach down and grab it, or just press your knee back, hip forward, really pull forward with your hip. If you do a lot of sitting, this is a good one for opening up those hip flexors. Let's come back up, leave that staggered, and twist. Alright, so we've hit every part of our hips except the outer hip and glutes. So we're going to hit that next by drawing one foot up over the other in a figure four. Starting with our belly, bringing our heart forward. Now for those of you who are already feeling something right here in that hip, you're good. If you want to, however, come back, bend that leg, and come forward. This will make it a bit more intense. But this is just for those of you who need a little more intensity. And again, feel free to stay here as long as you want. These muscles, your butt muscles, they get worked a lot every time you walk, sit down, stand up. They need some circulation sometimes, don't they? So let's go ahead and get the other one. And here again, we'll start here. And if you choose, you can lift up and add a little more. You might not even need to. And again, we want to breathe. We want to let those muscles relax. That's the whole goal. And hopefully by now, if you were working out before this, you've cooled down enough to where your breathing is normal. And if you were just doing this to kind of give you a little charge in the middle of your day, hopefully you're feeling some better circulation everywhere. Let me know if you are. Let me know what you thought of this particular little stretch routine. And check out all those links that are available below. And I will see you next time.